whether you're an actor, whatever you do, the work that you have put in, the hours that you have put in, all of us, like especially as an influencer, as an actor, you've broken the mold, you believed in yourself. There is self-love from the age of 17, because if I didn't believe in myself, nobody else would. All that needs to be told that, most importantly, word for the day, you're one of a kind, and that's why you're going to go this far, or you will be able to take yourself as far as you want. It's not about that one selfie. It's what you've done over the past 20 years that has taken you to a point when you walk out of the beach, somebody wants a photograph with you. So that is the conversation you need to have with your children. And yes, that conversation lasted, if you know Goa well, all the way from Morjim to Kandalim, which is 1 hour 15 minutes.
Ashna, I want to ask you while we're talking on the topic of peers. A lot of times we see this
most unorthodox right now, but I started working in my first ever job in front of the camera was 1998 December. So you can do the math if you're good at it. I have. And you know, the thing is that I also feel that I still remember, you know, when you used to have I don't know if any of you had those phones, but when your phone would come on, it would give you a message. You could like feed a message. It wasn't one of the smartphones. And I would always I asked my parents, I'm like, what should I write over here? Because they got me my first phone when I was, I think, 18. And I remember my dad said, you should write chin up, you know. And he's a forging man. He's like, no matter what, always have your chin up. And there's nothing wrong with it. And because you are who you are, you come with your, has had a lot of ups and downs. And I'm in a profession that on a daily basis, it keeps me under check. But at the same time, the world and the business that we're in has become so inclusive right now that it makes me more and more comfortable to raise my children in this environment. Of course, I'm not looking forward to the pre-teens and teens at all, but at 4 and up, my son problems, which is very scary. I feel bad for you.
What about you, Dr. Swati? Would you like to tell us where you are on your self-love journey?
At the time of the day, at any time of the year, for anything that you do, and that's what equal parenting is about. So that's a conversation that we really had only to a point where we're not going to have definitive lines, or we're not going to put ourselves in boxes ki papa hai to papa ye karenge aur mummy hai to mummy ye karenge. So I am here because he's at home today, and that's all that I cook. So it's great. I mean, nobody makes better scrambled eggs than papa, so it's fine. You know, or then but at the same time, you know, there's also parallel parking, which is a conversation in our house, but it's okay. Like, I really think that, you know, we come from a household where cricket was such a big thing. My father-in-law was, you know, the captain of the ex-captain of the Indian cricket team, and for us, sport is so important. And, you know, in that order, when Angad was taught how to play cricket, he was taught discipline first, sportsman spirit second, skill 3, you know, competition 4, and cricket at number 5. And so for us, when we say we want one of our kids, it'll be great to see them don, you know, whatever their dada used to do. It's just a conversation if you have in passing. It's never said that, oh, our son's going to play cricket. Not at all. Our daughter's going to play cricket, and our son's going to play cricket, or they're going to do whatever they want. We don't put them in boxes, and therefore we don't put ourselves in boxes. That's the main thing. I mean, not just for me, for everyone. And I really think that we need to now move beyond the conversation of equal parenting. It should just be synonymous, just be parenting. I mean, it was, that's what we're trying to get out of this, but I wish you'd come to me first, because now this sounds like a stalemate, but I have to repeat one. I was hoping this comes to me first. Alright. I'm honest, I'm blessed, I'm woman.
Two. Dr. Swati.
I think if I were you and conducting this, I would have switched it up.
Wycombe team, please make note of this.
Wycombe team.
Okay, let's go there. Why don't we say one adjective that is your flaw?
I'm indecisive. Very, very, very flawed about that.
What about you?
I am
I'm sometimes obsessed with the floor is perfect.
Through the roof. I mean, love this. What is this about? Everyone took no self-love here. So that she's reached 10 and beyond. So that brings us to the honest being a professional. We now open the floor for questions.
I'll just come here to ask a question, but not.
Wow, okay. Firstly, congratulations, Amal, on everything that you achieved. It's fantastic. I really think that when it comes to Indian cinema, times have changed, the narrative has changed, and what's always defined the stories we tell is society. And I think society always leads from the front, and we only take our experiences from all of you, because the audience wants to see what on screen what they see around them. And I really think that Indian cinema has changed in such a big way, and I'm so glad that it's steering away from of course that also provides entertainment, a hero hai, ek heroine hai, and then everybody else is padding their love story. That's that's okay. We're allowed to live that dream. Nobody should take that away from us. All is flawed, but they're trying to do their best. It depends on which narrative. So yes, over time, and I don't know how long you've been watching movies for, but I've been a part of the movies for almost 18 years now, and I've seen how the narrative on paper, in scripts, on celluloid, in OTT, everywhere has changed. And you're like, the look of your protagonist, your antagonist, everybody else is, we are us, and that's what cinema has become now. So I really think it's changed for better.
I think we have time. How do you deal with that?
I mean, if I have 2 minutes to tell you a really interesting story, I'm happy to do that. My son is 17 months old, so I have very few stories about him itself down. When you put on like Diljit Dosanjh and he dances to it, and then if you put on Skinner, he dances to that also. And that's it, like he has his own Sophia Ariel Dhupia baby. So her real name is Neha Dhupia baby, but she became this person. And one day she would dress like a unicorn, and the next day like a mermaid, and she would do it all herself. And some days extremely inspiring, and some days extremely, for a different word, creative. And then at the end of the day, her school would finish.